Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to learn multiple languages at the same time. If someone tells you you can't learn multiple languages at the same time, don't listen to them. It's absolutely possible. I've done it. Lots of people have done it. You simply need to plan your time and be consistent with every language. So let's use a plan, as this is really important. Planning your time will make you stay consistent, and consistency is key to get results. Uh, I will use three languages as an example. Let's say you want to learn uh, not Spanish, French, Italian, Italian, and German, for example. Now you have to do all of this for each language, and this is a lot of stuff, right? How do we do this? Well, we need to plan a day. This is a normal week. If you this time I'm sleeping, but if you're one of those wake up at 4 o'clock and grind types, then this planner will work for you as well. Let's say you work 9 to 5. Um, so this part, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, this part will be blocked. Let's put it in gray. Where is it? Where isn't it working? Here. Okay. We've got this is time that we've blocked because we're working. We need to pay the bills or whatever. I don't have a schedule like that because I've got my own business and I work way more than that, but also whenever I want. But yeah, just for the sake of the example, let's do it like that. So you need to find time during the week, ideally every day for every language. What I recommend is combining these exercises, um, putting them together and finding time. First of all, find time in which you can listen while you do something else. That's time that you don't necessarily need to spend just learning the language. You can listen while you do something else. Just by doing that, you won't learn much if you don't do the rest of the exercises, but this will be very good for listening comprehension, reviewing the vocabulary, improving your speaking eventually because it works on your accent and stuff. Listening is very important. So let's say you commute to work. So this is commute to work and then back. So that's listening time. You come back. So that's also listening time. So what we could do is choose one language on the way to work, one language on the way back. And that's already, like, let's say you commute for 20 minutes to work. That's 20 minutes of Italian listening, 20 minutes of French listening you get in. Now you need German listening as well somehow. You could probably, if you make your own dinner, then you could do that. Or if you go, let's say you work out in the morning, uh, workout. If you are one of those, or maybe in the evening, but and that will be a German listening. Yeah, now you're listening to all three. And by the way, you could do the same in the weekend. It's much easier to plan the weekend once you if you got Monday to Friday like well prepared, the weekends are easy because you don't have all this block. You can do it whenever you want. Okay, now we've got the listening down. Now we need memorization, reading, and speaking exercises. I would if you're learning three at the same time, or even two, I'd skip the writing because it's time consuming. It's good, the scriptorial technique, the translation. It's good uh, for accuracy. You improve your accuracy by eliminating mistakes with those exercises, but it's time intensive and it's effort and time intensive. So it takes time, and uh, you'll get tired as well by doing it. So if you're working, maybe it's not the best thing to do, especially if you're learning three languages at the same time. So what I suggest is doing speaking exercises. Let's block a time. Like first, you could do this in the morning, like before work. Speaking time, and you do all these speaking exercises. So for each language. So um, language islands, questions and answers exercise later, uh, translation but verbally, uh, and listening and repeating. So you do 5 minutes of this or this, 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of this. For this one, 5 minutes of this or this, 5 minutes of this, and 5 minutes of this. So essentially, 15 to 20 minutes, even 10 if you don't have time for everything, then do like two exercises of this. But yeah, make sure you hit all three every day. So you and speaking is the hardest part. The speaking exercises because it's the most tiring and the most like you have to push yourself to talk to yourself alone at home. So do it first. Maybe do it even before the workout or whatever. If you work, this is just an example, right? If you work out in the evening, then do this right before working out after work. But yeah, this we call it work. But it doesn't say anything there. Okay, yeah, that's why that was stupid. This is all work. Um, but yeah, do all these speaking exercises first thing first, so that you get it over with. Um, and that's it. And then in the evening, uh, again, as much as you can. Yeah, I think. Okay. Here we do the writing. No writing. Sorry, I'm tired today. The reading and the memorization. That's when you're the most tired in the evening. So just find something interesting or whatever bilingual text you using to learn. Spend some time. First, memorize some vocab from there. If you're very tired and you don't have much time, then do just 10 words a day, 20 words a day only. But do some of it to practice the skill. And then in the weekend, I would recommend uh, just binge memorizing vocab, especially if you're a beginner. But spend most of this time reading and or watching stuff, but make sure to divide the time. If you're learning two languages, like do it 50-50. If you learning three languages or four at the same time, and if you've got like let's say you've got 2 hours, then it should be like the time divided equally between all three languages or four languages, so that you get input in all three or four or whatever languages you're learning every single day. That's why it's good to have certain things that you watch or certain website you read, always the same ones. So you go and you've got something to watch or read instantly without having to look for it. Then you'll waste time, you'll get distracted, etc. Especially if you're like me and you've got ADHD and you just constantly distracted. Um, Weekends. What I recommend is again do this and don't look at the times. Just do it in this. Simply do it in this order. You could do it in the afternoon, you could do it in the morning, but do the speaking exercises first. Not if you're starting from scratch, obviously. If you're starting from scratch, don't do the speaking exercises. Only do the speaking exercises when your comprehension is decent, right? But always speaking exercises first. Get them out of the way because they're the hardest part, the most tiring part. Then memorization for all the languages, like memorize vocab. Maybe don't memorize if you're busy and tired and you don't have the energy during the week. You just highlight the words or you put them in a list or something, all the unknown words that you encounter while you're reading or you're watching stuff. And in the weekend, you memorize the whole list with associations. And then you get as much reading time as possible. Yeah, and obviously this is the least important. Although it is important, but make sure you're listening as well while you do something else, while you like cleaning the house or you're driving or whatever. And this is how you can learn multiple languages at the same time. It's a matter of planning. Get one of these. You can find one of these in my course. The free course is join. It's there. Download a copy and write down your. Well, you probably use a planner already for your week for everything else you do. So put your language learning activities there one by one, and not just like learn Spanish. No, no, no. Like memorization of Spanish, memorization of vocabulary, Spanish, reading, Spanish, speaking exercises, so on. This is useful for learning just one language as well. This is how you plan it. But for multiple languages, it's especially important. If you do it like this and you stay consistent with all the languages that you're learning, and if you're not working at all, let's say you're just staying home with your parents, you're a broke teenager or something, you can learn 10 if you want at the same time. You've got the time. You just need to plan, right? But use the planner. Anyway, I hope you find this helpful. Give it a like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and see you next time.